I love Apex. I've been playing this game since the day it came out. Before it was filled with sweats and was nothing more than a new battle royale, a Fortnite competitor if you will. I also love speedrunning and chasing world records, racing against the clock. When people think about world records related to Apex, they usually think about kill records or win records. You know, skill-based records for a skill-based game? Makes sense, right? After looking up the current Apex world records for kills or consecutive wins, I quickly realized if anyone was going to break those records, it wasn't going to be me. But I still had to get in on the action somehow and get some type of world record, which is why I tried speedrunning Apex Legends.
Mozambique, yeah. You lost this one. Mozambique, yeah. What am I looking at? Mozambique, yeah.
If you're already familiar with speedrunning, then you probably know how extreme or simple a run can be. Speedrunning as a whole has a ton of variety across different games and categories. I went over to speedrun.com to check out the official speedrun categories for Apex and some of their world records. My first thought seeing these categories was that this would be extremely easy since none of these records had anything to do with kills or wins. Boy was I wrong. What happened? What? I first started with the death category. The rules were simple and self-explanatory. Time starts when you jump out of the dropship, and time ends once you die. My first map in this category was on Broken Moon. At the time of recording, the world record for this category on this map was 12 seconds, set by Danny Fanny Pack. Again, I went in with high confidence expecting this to be easy, and that was not the case. God damn it. No world record. That's a bad RNG drop. Holy fuck. My first attempt was 32 seconds. I didn't even place on the leaderboard, but still, I wasn't going to stop until I got a world record. My second attempt was a lot better, finishing at 19 seconds this time instead of 32. This was much better, but still not good enough to be on the leaderboard. I got close to the exact same time on my next attempt, and on my fourth attempt, I PB'd with 17 seconds and 69 milliseconds, which in the speedrunning world means I got a new personal best time. And with this, I finally made the leaderboard, placing 8th place. I kept trying until I managed to PB again just over 16 seconds, placing me at 4th place in this category, and I was okay with that for now. Now on E District, I finished my first attempt with 21 seconds. The world record for this map was 15 seconds, also held by Danny Fanny Pack. My next attempt I finished at a little over 16 seconds, placing me at 2nd place in this category. At this point, in an effort to try and keep myself entertained and keep these runs as fun as possible, I decided to start mixing up my runs and categories. So from here, I went to the Max Evo category. This category specifically is across all maps and can be done solo or in a squad of 2 or 3. While I expected this to be the most popular category, I was shocked to see that it only had one run by someone named Puppy Girl Gwenny. My first attempt with this run once again humbled me. It wasn't what I was expecting it to be at all. I was hella off time on this run. That's all good, we'll restart. Going into this run initially, I thought it was going to be more of a skill-based run by getting as much damage on other players as I could and doing so very fast. But when I went to watch the world record, I saw that it was actually quite the opposite. There was no skill involved in this run that involved shooting other players for damage. The strategy for this world record was just to run around the map as fast as possible, collecting Evo Harvesters and care packages. If you've never played Apex Legends before, Evo Harvesters are simply an in-game mechanic that all players can grab to attain instant Evo points for their body shield to upgrade and be stronger. Care packages that land across the map have a high chance of holding one of these Evo Harvesters as well. But it's important to note that the spawn points of the care packages and Evo Harvesters are both completely random, and there is no way to know where they will spawn, which is purely RNG based instead of skill based. Though after seeing the world record strategy, I quickly implemented it into my own run and began another attempt. Dog, are you kidding me? And I died 1 minute in. But I kept trying and got closer and closer to the world record until I eventually got this. Oh my god, and that's time!
Yo, I'm at the max level.
I finished at 3 minutes, 3 seconds, and 45 milliseconds, beating out the previous world record by a mere 5 seconds. I did it. I finally got my Apex Legends world record, but I didn't want to stop there. The next category I decided to do was training. This run is simply completing the starting tutorial as fast as possible. The world record for this run is held by someone named Mika4475 at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. On my second attempt, I got a decent time at 3 minutes and 17 seconds, placing me at 3rd place. I felt that I did that run perfectly with little to no error, so it was hard for me to believe that the world record was 7 seconds ahead of me. Upon watching the world record video though, I quickly saw that their game language is in Japanese instead of English. This is an extremely common technique that is used in speedrunning, whereas a specific in-game language can help players get a faster time simply because the in-game voice lines happen to be shorter in that language. Seeing that I did not know how to change my game language to Japanese and I was too lazy to figure it out at the time, I was happy with 3rd place here. For my next 2 categories, I was again doing the death speed run, but this time in the training tutorial and in the firing range. Same premise as the death runs before, only this time the spawn is different, so naturally, the strategy is different as well. I managed to place in 2nd in both of these runs with my tutorial death run at a little over 17 seconds and my firing range death run at 4.167 seconds. I didn't run all of the categories for a few different reasons. For the firing range category, there are 3 subcategories with the 2 main ones being all green Nessies and all Nessies season 17. Memorizing the locations of these Nessies isn't the problem. The problem is that the strategy for these runs is being very skilled with Pathfinder and his movement, which I unfortunately am not. Trust me, you don't want to see me playing Pathfinder, it's not pretty. For the Nessie category as well as the rest of the maps in the death category, I simply could not do these runs because their corresponding maps are not in the rotation of the game this season. Regardless, I now have a world record, and for one of my most favorite games, I'm satisfied knowing I managed to get 3 second place finishes, 1 third, 1 fourth, and 1 world record.
Mozambique, yeah. Your time is ended. Mozambique, yeah. You lost this one. Mozambique, yeah.
If you made it to the end of the video, first I just want to say thank you so much for watching. This is my first official YouTube video and I'm glad I was able to put it out regardless of how it performs. With that being said, if you did like the video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like or comment. It really helps me and the channel out. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see more speedrun videos. Peace.